morning everyone, myself Prachi
And myself Satya Prakash
from Birla Open Mind International School, Salwa Vapi, welcoming you all to a new episode of a Back to School by Open Minds, Birla Open Minds with Miss Lavanya Patel.
Thank you, it's my pleasure to be here.
Yes, ma'am. I had an immense pleasure in introducing our honorable guest, Miss Lavanya Patel, who is working as a consultant psychologist, counselor, hypnotherapist, and NLP international trainer and a life coach, and a director of Ananya Life Skills Center Vapi, contributing in the field of mental health for last 21 years. She is the board member of Prevention of Sexual Harassment in Working Place under the Directorate of Medical Health Services, Daman and Diu. She is running a free professional counseling service, Samasya Se Samadhan Ki on YouTube live once a month. We are really thankful, ma'am, that you are here today. Can we ask you some questions?
Oh, definitely. I'm here just to give the answers.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, which school did you attend? Please tell us about your favorite memory of your school time.
I went to 3 schools. My primary school was Saraswati Shishu Shiksha Kendra. Then afterwards Salini school, then my middle school. Then afterwards the JRD school. Right? That was a government school. And the beauty of my school and the exposure of my school is, in my government school, 2 types of students were there. One who are having 11-12 affair, infatuation, running away from school, bunking the classes. So all these type of people were there. But a different level was also there, and that was all the meritorious were there. All the IITians, medical college students were there. So I was exposed to different 2 things. So this is about my school. And your second question was?
Favorite memory of your school time?
Yeah. Actually, that was very favorite, and that was the turning point of my schooling time, because I was the average student, around 60-70% till 8th standards. Every child wants to make their parents feel proud, and I was the one. So I was also having the dream that I need to be in the merit list, I want to be in the first, but somehow I could not do that. So I have internally decided that I want to be in the first, I want to be in the merit list, I want to make my parents feel proud. So I started observing the people who were the rankers, first, second, third, and it was the 9th standard. And while I was just observing, so my teachers have also observed me that this girl is not focusing on the studies. So in one English class teacher was there, and one day, after completing the class, she told me, Lavanya, you are supposed to come to the staff room, I want to talk to you. And I was a very shy girl that time, and if the teacher is calling me, it means something wrong I have done. And I was so much scared, and just out of fear, I just walking there and just reached to the staff room. No one was there, only my Srivastava ma'am was there. And Srivastava ma'am told me, you just sit here, I would like to talk to you. So I said, yes ma'am, you can ask me. And I was from the Hindi medium, right from the beginning. And she told me, ऐसा लगता नहीं है कि तुम इस बार पास हो. I told her, ma'am, why are you thinking like that? So she told me, because not only me, all the teachers are observing that you are not listening the lectures, you are not focusing what is taught in the class, you are completely focused only on few people. And what is the reason? I just want to ask you. That was the first time I could gather courage to let me share my wishes to one teacher, at least one teacher. And that time I could gather the courage and ask ma'am, I also want to be the first in the class. And she was very surprised, you are not even studying, not even listening to the lectures. So she asked me, do you think actually you want to get the first in the class? I said, yes ma'am, I want to be there. So why are you looking at these people and not listening to the lectures? Then I told her, ma'am, somewhere I felt that they were very intelligent. And because all the answers they are having, whatever you are asking, they are raising their hands. And in music, in dance, in karate, in all the sports activity, they are getting the certificates, medals and the shields, and everywhere their name is there. And most of the time, I'm not even aware that the competition is taking place. So I personally feel that I don't have that much intelligence. So my teacher just caught my gravity. Yes, actually she needs some type of guidance. And she just pulled her chair and sat in front of me and then asked me, Beta, do you feel that they are actually very intelligent? I told, yes ma'am. So now let me tell you what you are supposed to do. It means if you are observing, so you must have observed so many things. After school, what they are doing, where are they going, how many hours they are studying. So I told her, yes ma'am, I know each and everything. You ask. So she told me, after the school, what they do? And I told them, they reached home at 2 o'clock and since 3 to 6, they are studying and afterwards they just leave for play. And then my teacher told me that Shivastava ma'am, now listen, what I'm telling you, if you're able to do, you can beat that. While your teacher is teaching you, you just focus, keep teacher and you, only 2 people are there in the classroom and nobody is sitting. First condition. Can you do that? I said yes. Second, while they are studying at home, 3 to 6, so you need to remember while they are studying, so it means with 2 senses or 3 senses, either they are watching or they are speaking, you need to include your 5 senses while you are studying. 3 to 6, it means you are just putting the lines, fingering on the lines what you are studying. It means the kinesthetic, you are visualizing the things, then you are imagining what you are listening and what you are telling, and just read aloud, and you just continuously study 3 to 6 and remember, don't take a break because they are studying somewhere, right? And afterwards, while they leave for the play, that is the time you can take the lead. You just sit for the next 2.5 hours and be very happy. Now this is the time you are taking the lead. And I just, from the next day I started doing that, and that was the first year I just crossed my 80%. Next year I was just in the 10th in my class. 11th I got first in the school, got the gold medal. 12th stayed 4th in the merit list, and afterwards I never looked back. So that was my turning point. And Shivastava ma'am, in most of the interview I just mentioned her name because only one pat is there, okay, I'm there with you, you can do that. And that was the turning point. So that is the miracle how the teacher treats you.
Ma'am, what were your best and the worst subjects in your school?
So in all the subjects we were enjoying, but only one subject was there, that was the maths, where I found that time difficulty, which is the best today. And I found why it was there. The reason was only while the teacher is teaching us the science or the math subjects and they are creating so much havoc in our life, it's very tough, it's very difficult. You need to be very much focused. You need to focus so much because it is tough. So every word of the teacher is just written here. And that's how we started becoming over-conscious about the subject. If you are with the just flow like other subjects, then it is also the same. Right? So my say is that teacher, it depends on the teacher. If the teacher is saying it is the simplest thing, it's a fun, you can enjoy it. It's only about the magic. If they are using these type of words, then you start enjoying that subject and you become so curious. Then there is no flaw. So all subjects were good, only I found difficult is math subject. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Number 1, I was very shy. Number 2, internally I aspire myself a lot. And number 3, bundle of fantasy. I just used to live in fantasy.
How did you choose this field of being a psychologist?
Yes, and that is also a mysterious thing. I have not done graduation in psychology because in that college time while we entered, psychology means it's a pagal ka subject. So I was always away from that psychology. But somehow while I was preparing for civil services, I came to know that psychology is very interesting and very scoring. So immediately I jumped into for masters. Psychology I did directly the masters. And somehow I could not get clear with the finals of UPSC, but I could clear this masters. And then my journey just started in that way.
Ma'am, please give us some tips. How can we be a better human being as a child and as a student?
Hmm. This is the question. I think someone has given to you, right?
I don't know.
Because all the parents are focusing on what you are supposed to be, what is your career, civil services, or you are supposed to get into some medical or engineering college, right?
Yeah.
But these are the part to get the comforts of life. These are the things which is not going to give you any kind of happiness in your life. You will get so much of money, status, popularity, and so many people are following you. You might have a big bungalow, your charter plane must be there, a big car must be there. But all these things cannot provide you a single bit of happiness. It means happiness is coming just what you are giving back to the society, right? Through your skills, through your knowledge. So your target as a student must be not only I want to become an IAS, then I want to do something for the people. I want to have that much factory, so 100 or 500 people are working and I'm providing them salary and I'm feeding their family. If that goal is there in front of you and then you're studying for studies, it means you're not studying, God is in favor of you. Your parents' blessings are there with you, and the people who are coming in your factory after 10 years, their blessings are also from today. You are receiving. So you are doing so many things and getting the blessings if your purpose is very big. Right? So to be a good human being, you need to think what I can do right from today as a student, as a child. What can I give to my parents? What can I give to my siblings? How can I inspire to my juniors? If you started doing that, because I just remember one incident because you have asked me. I was in 12th standard and we were sitting in the assembly. And that time it was a very random assembly, anybody can sit anywhere. So my backside, one girl who was studying in 9th standard, and the teacher was telling something in the assembly and she just knocked me, Didi, Didi. I just looked back and I asked, what happened? Didi, your photo is there in my home. My picture? How come? Your interview is there now in the newspaper. So my dad just got the cutting and just stick on my table and he told me you are supposed to be like that. And that's how you are my inspiration. And I was in 12 and I felt so big at that time. I could inspire someone. Someone is following me. Someone is just keeping my pick to get the inspiration, and that was really I got the learning. My life is not only for me. My every step, the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I earn, the way I do anything, it should inspire to someone. So I can tell you also, while we are earning, simultaneously we should give to someone else. That's how we can be a very good human being.
Thank you, ma'am. It was an immense pleasure for us that you joined our event as being guest of honor. Your previous time was of a great importance to us. Your involvement and interest in our interview was a great support for us. It was really inspiring. Thank you, ma'am, once again.
Thank you so much and all the best to both of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.